Frank, you want to kick it off?
Hello, and welcome to the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I am Frank, along with
Tony.
And you can find us at
CI Podcast on Instagram, at Completely Inap on something else.
At Completely Inap
Why'd you throw this at me all of a sudden? Like, you come in real hot, like you're ready to start this shit, and you're like, hey, Tone, now it's your turn. Like, dude, you're 4 words in. Hello.
I wanted you to walk me through it. I just didn't know which one to start with. But yeah, CI Podcast on Instagram, and then at Twitter.
I thought we were going to do our full intro first and say, hi, this is Frank, I'm Tony, and we have our guest here today, the illustrious and presently going as
I wanted to make it
second king of pedophilia. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening.
I wanted to make it a whole fucking entrance for him, like fucking.
All right, well, let's start this over. Okay, take 2. Let's go.
Hello, and welcome to the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I am Frank, along with
Tony.
And today we have our illustrious guest, the second coming of Epstein, Mr. Jerry.
Hey there. What's up, guys?
Jerry, bring the mic down just about a couple of inches down. Pull it down towards your vagina. There we go, right there.
Can you smell the ocean?
I can smell seaweed. That's disgusting. Little Mermaid. Did anybody see the Little Mermaid
live action?
Yeah.
I saw it on Hulu. Wasn't about it.
I got my wife, so I saw it. I was down. I'm a child of the 90s, so I was all up for the Little Mermaid, man. That was pretty cool. It was good. The Ariel character sounded exactly like the fucking cartoon.
Classics?
Yeah, it was pretty legit. Like, I was
shit.
pretty impressed. Everything else was a little off. Queen Latifah was baller, but I feel like all of Queen Latifah's roles were like sped up real fast. Like, I guess just to
get out of the way, because she's expensive if you think about it.
No, to accommodate the time frame that they had allotted for the television, because it's live TV, so they had to just fit it all in. So a little bit of her performances I felt were a little rushed, but damn, it was pretty good, man. It was legit. It was fun. It was fun to watch as a 90s nostalgia.
I feel you. I've been kind of staying away from those live action Disney movies. They just kind of look off to me, like especially Lion King. It just looks like a little.
Yeah, this is like a televised play.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I appreciate all forms of theater. Really,
yeah.
I mean, my original fucking plan in life after high school, what I went to college for initially was for theater arts. I thought I was gonna be a little actor and shit. No, but that's what I went for. So yeah, I have a fondness for. I was in the fucking Harlingen Performance Arts Theater. What the fuck?
Like the local plays and stuff.
Whatever. Yeah, I was in the local production of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh no!
I was like an Ozian and a Winky, like oh.
Speaking of which, have you seen the new Magnificent? I heard it was actually pretty good.
Maleficent?
Whatever the hell it's called, you know.
She's magnificently maleficent. Say it 5 times fast.
No.
Magnificent.
It's too early for that.
It's too early. It is a little bit early in the AM. Nice and breezy outside.
Yeah.
The highs of 64 and lows of 53. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just playing. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing okay, because, the day just started.
I know, I think I'm the only one that's fucking hot and ready to go here. I was fucking doing jumping jacks and shit.
Maybe I should have joined you.
I told you, I was like, fucking come on, lift some weights with me. Let's get a little pumping before we fucking get on
Just to get that alert.
Just to wake up, because I'm always a little groggy by the time Frank gets here.
Poor Frank drove like an hour over here. You guys probably groggy
Stop for tacos, like a true G. That's my.
I brought my coffee from home. Fucking caffeinated as fuck. For Black Rifle coffee.
You got Black Rifle?
Fuck yeah.
Is it like 20 cents a bag?
What?
Some shit.
How expensive are those fucking bags of coffee?
I want to say average because it's worth what you're paying for.
So what, like $12 an ounce or something? Like what's?
Yeah,
what
you buy like
the
bags. I don't know.
Hey Siri, how much for Black Rifle coffee?
I don't know if it's $16 or $20.
I don't see any prices.
Well, Siri, maybe you should look a little harder.
Let's take a gander.
Just get into the fucking website and be like,
yeah, no, it's cool. Siri's taking me to the website because she's a G like that. Siri got my back. Epstein over here doesn't like Siri. He's like, I disable Siri, I disable Cortana, I disable Alexis.
$13 for a 12.
Epstein, what do you say? It is $13.
Yeah, $14.
Bro. That's expensive, man.
Hey, but dog, if you're about it, you're about it.
I get that giant fucking Folgers fucking thing for what, $8 on sale for $7 right now.
No shit.
Yeah, banger. Banger.
It's just all what you add. I think like creamer and sugar. And shit.
It's how you make it, man. I got that cold brew French press in the fridge right now. I'm about that. As soon as this episode's over, I'm gonna re-up on that fucking. Not that I need it. I'm already all jacked up on the last 3 cups of coffee.
I thought it was funny is the last time you were here, you took just straight pre-workout fucking like just like I was like, what?
I did that too,
fuck?
actually.
Like,
I did that too. I took a shot of that right now, right before we started, so that it kicks in. But I think that might have been a bad idea because I already had the 2 cups of coffee, and now I'm on that, and now I'm like, it's just one addiction for another, right?
Yeah.
Fucking from cocaine to caffeine.
Yep.
But hey, it's legal and it doesn't cause nearly as bad of a fucking hangover.
That's what I heard.
There's definitely a crash where you just take a nice caffeine nap.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like a sugar crash. It's
yeah,
mostly the sugar crash.
Adult sugar crash.
Yeah, because you put like, at least I put a fucking ton of sugar up in that coffee, man. I like it sweet. Sweet and light skin like my wife.
What? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, so have you guys seen that new movie that came out, Doctor Sleep?
Doc, what?
No.
Doctor Sleep?
I don't know, but you sound like you just got hit by some sleep.
Oh,
man.
nah, it's all good.
That
Next
is-
time. But no, it was pretty good. It's a continuation of The Shining that came out. Like, it was actually,
The Shining?
it was fair.
Is
Like,
that where the little kids kick the guy in the legs all day?
I think so. Jack Nicholson turns on murderer.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too if
Like,
someone just kicked me in the shins.
So basically, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out and he's like a piece of shit at the age of like 40.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Hold on. Obi-Wan? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's like the movie, the actor who's playing.
Oh, Ian McGregor?
He's a good actor. The men that play with goats or something, or men that.
The men who stare at ghosts.
There you go, that one.
Yeah.
That was a good one
Clooney,
too.
right?
Yeah, George Clooney came out of that one.
Yeah.
Pitt? Was Pitt in that? No, he was
No.
in Glorious Bastards.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie Snatched? Fuck,
That was strange. There was a little cluster of fucking like World War II Nazi movies. Then there's
like in the early 2010, 2015, 12, 13, right?
You mean like 4 years ago? five, 6?
What year?
No, I guess like 6 years ago. Yeah, you might be right.
The 20, no, 19.
Yeah, no, you're right. But
Oh, shit.
Anyway, too many details.
No.
So, oh yeah, Frank. You want to let everyone know where they can find us?
Oh, right.
Oh.
They can find us. You can find us on Twitter at Completely Inap, on Instagram at CI Podcast. You can email us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook under Completely Inappropriate Podcast. You can find us on the YouTubes under Completely Inappropriate. And I think that's it, right? I covered everything?
You guys don't have a Pinterest or anything?
We need to get a TikTok. Apparently, all the kids are on TikTok nowadays, and I'd like to see. There, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, do you think you can help your
It's
old
Jose.
pa?
My name's Jose.
What happened to Epstein?
I changed it. He has a pedophile.
Oh, did you just realize who we were talking about?
No, you're innocent to proven guilty. That's fucking America.
I don't know. Well, he's innocent until dead, apparently.
Hey, well, he never went to trial, so you know.
He went to jail. And
innocent
he killed
to proven guilty. He's innocent. No, I was kidding.
That motherfucker was guilty. That's not I don't think that's in question by anybody, whether or not he was guilty of what they accused him of.
Oh shit, right? He already got charged before for it.
Yeah, the question is, why is he dead?
So the reason we have fucking Jeffrey over fucking for a second time.
Jose now. Jose. He finally learned why he was real stupid to start calling himself the new Epstein.
Yeah.
And what's funny is you knew something about it at the time.
I did, but like, man, no, it's still America. You can't be slandering people.
Like, you're playing some character, man. You're just so this is everybody meet Jerry.
It's
I
Jose.
think. What?
Wait, I go by. I like.
What is your real name?
What about it, man?
I feel like I feel like you still haven't actually told me your real name.
I don't go by my slave name no more. Just whatever floats my boat.
He's black now.
But those people
my people.
Those people that locked me up, I remember back in the day, I was about 6 months old. Man, them peoples had me behind bars. I couldn't get out. They were over my head, the bars. I couldn't jump. I was so weak. I didn't have the body strength to pull them. Then one day I pulled myself up over the bars and I escaped. I went down the hall on all fours. I was crawling, and as soon as I got to the door, they came and they put me back in the cage.
Okay.
See, we've all been slaves at some point.
I think
it's a fetish now.
I think
is that inappropriate? Is it inappropriate to say we've all been slaves at some point?
Yeah.
Well, our parents had us locked up in the big. I'm not gonna explain my jokes to you people.
No, if you think about it, like I think Indians and Native Americans and like our ancestors had it worse than the blacks. They just got eradicated. You know, the blacks were slaves. You know, and Native Americans like fucking murdered 10 million.
Some Native Americans were slaves.
I mean, majority of them just got murdered though.
Everybody have been slaves.
Yeah.
Like slavery hasn't always been a racial thing.
Yeah, like the Muslims enslaved Africans for like 1,000 years.
No. Slavery in general, slavery throughout history hasn't only been exclusively a racially biased thing.
Never.
Even in Roman times, you could be white, black, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Middle Eastern.
Puerto Ricans in Rome, but
it didn't matter.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans didn't come until way after.
My point is like the racially biased shit came in like much later in history, and I don't know what.
I think it's more about class than.
Yeah, it was always about class. Yeah, true. And then at some point, the white Europeans had all this technology, and they kept going to places that hadn't developed the technology yet. Wakanda forever. Oh, dude, that's my. Whenever I need my wife to like walk on my back, that's what I do now. I do the Wakanda sign, like Wakanda, because I need her to walk on my back, so that she can pop my back. It's so stupid. God, I don't know what kind. I just one day, so now look at her as she walks in the door, like when we're going to bed. Honey, Wakanda. She's like, okay. Takes her shoes off and gets on my back. It's fucking stupid. Little tidbits of life, Frank. So how are you, man? What were we talking about?
Well, I was gonna say, but I know you don't want to touch this because of who had been touched.
I'm so tired of talking about like
who touched you.
No, nobody.
It was a joke for a while about the young girls, man. But I get so tired of talking. It's like so gross. It makes me feel so icky.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah, it's hot. Everything is hot again.
Oh yeah, dog, it's the hot topic.
Yeah.
Hot topic.
No, that shit got swept under the rug so hard, like holy shit.
No, nobody's even addressing what he was going to court for. Like, why is he killed? Everyone just wants to know whether or not he was suicidal. Who cares?
Like,
who cares?
What was the guy doing?
Fucking shit. Who was involved? Then where is the evidence at? It wasn't going to be just his testimony. He was going to have something to back it up.
He had records.
Videotape. I'm pretty sure
Where are the
records?
Where are the records?
That's a good question.
Where is all that information right now? You don't find. I was scouring YouTube, which is probably the shittiest source for fucking news, right? But Google too. You can't fucking Google everything because everything's getting scrubbed now.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Obama fucking put in a law that you can fucking
the propaganda law bullshit, right?
Propaganda law,
I actually have it. I actually took a screenshot of the law.
It's fucking insane. What you have the screenshot of that?
Of the.
Oh, bust that out. I didn't even look at it. I wanted to look more into that. But my point being, like, you can't trust anything you're fucking seeing anymore. Like, it's insane. You have to really listen to all the sources, and even then, you don't know what's true. Like, it could all be bullshit.
Yeah, that's what James O'Keefe was saying.
It could all be a giant smokescreen. What did I'm scared that I'm gonna get in trouble like fucking Alex Jones. Because I know he was denying. Well, he's in trouble for denying the
whole
Sandy Hook thing.
Yeah, but that's just like trying to get him at that point.
No, but what did he call it? He called it a smoke screen, right?
No, that it was a black flag.
A black flag operation, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if this is all a black flag operation? What if Epstein, this is all just meant to fucking get everybody confused and forget that, wait, why was Clinton involved and fucking all these other guys? What is this? On December 29, 2012, President Barack Obama signed H.R. 4310, the 2013 National Defense Authorization Act. Section 1078 of the bill authorizes the use of propaganda inside the U.S., which had previously been banned since 1948 when the Smith-Mundt Act was passed. Now, why would anybody justify propaganda?
There's a frog in that tank. That's so cool.
Hey, ADD.
Oh, but
Say
yeah.
Epstein here. We're
bad,
trying to get through an episode. We could talk about the frog in the interlude.
My bad. But yeah, dude. So yeah, I don't know. Obama's like the fucking worst star. Like, he's like.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, I'm not going to go as far as to say that about any president. I don't know enough. I mean, I'm not happy with the fact that he initiated so many drone strikes that were like 96%.
He created ISIS, dog. Like, fuck.
Okay, that's the...
I mean, Bush did worse, don't get me wrong. But Obama, they just added fire to the field.
I don't think it's the presidents at all, man. I think it's the military-industrial complex that's been fucking running shit all along. That's just this fucking... And they just have a figurehead. They have... The president of the United States is no longer an actual force to be reckoned with. He's the figurehead. He's the scapegoat. He's the guy you put on the fucking podium to take all the fucking credit.
Like in Israel, they have the prime minister, and then they have like the president or some shit like that. And the one is just the figurehead. No one actually has powers.
Yeah, that's why nobody really gives a fuck that they hired basically Trudeau, the fucking Canadian version of Trump or whatever.
Yeah, the Canadian version of Obama.
Yeah, oh boy, yeah. But
I
he's
remember.
kind of fruity, dog. Like, pretty fruity. Dancing on stage, like, dog, you're world leader.
Hey, that's the way life is now. Get used to it. This is the new world order, son.
I gotta go.
Okay, wait, hold on now.
It's a yoke.
Ha ha, ja.
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 What's up?
This just went
What's
south.
up, Frank?
This went south.
Come on, what's up, you?
I went from south of the border to South Korea, and I'm very confused what's happening here.
And I'm racial fluid.
Racially fluid. Hey, I'm gender fluid, racial fluid. I am a transgendered African American fox.
I'm a 75-year-old Filipino dog. I live to go work. What's up?
Oh wow, 75. He lives through some shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Can you identify as all that shit? I feel like it's okay now.
Can I? If I
don't. There's fucking forms I fill out. There's government forms I fill out. I'm gonna put fucking under race. I'm gonna put race fluid.
That's weird.
Racially non-binary.
Yeah, I identify as fucking racially fluid.
So I'm an inhabitor of the world.
So Epstein is dead. So you were saying that somebody fucking justified my theory lately, huh?
Yes.
About
Amy Robach, who was the woman caught under the hot mic, was saying in the Project Veritas video leak that
she
Epstein's lawyer.
She didn't think he killed. That he was.
Yeah, that she's convinced. She believes that Epstein was suicided, but
suicided.
In a phrase, because and then she still thinks he did it himself, but that he was driven to do it. Because that was my theory. It was that this giant fucking cop. Let me say my theory real quick, just for those who fucking
ask it.
Yeah, because I'm so happy that this is finally being fucking thought of by somebody in the public eye and somebody from the fucking ground level of the whole fucking of this recent outbreak of Epstein news. Is that this guy was put in prison with a guard who was a former police officer, who was a former bodybuilder, this giant fucking man, beast of a man, who was trained by all necessity as a police officer to interrogate witnesses and to get them to crack under pressure. And if this guy is being locked up with him, if there's ever any time for him to fucking just get into his head and talk the guy into fucking losing his goddamn mind, it's when you're locked up with the guy for days on end. I mean, you fucking scare a person enough, the guy's not going to be able to go to sleep at night. Like, you fucking threaten him enough, the guy's not going to be able to fucking sleep ever locked up next to this fucking giant fucking monster under the fucking bunk bed, you know? Like,
yeah, what do you expect is going to happen when you put a 60-year-old man in the same room as one fucking corn-fed motherfucker?
Yeah,
you know?
So this guy finally gets to the point where he talks him into fucking, hey man.
Well, no, she didn't say that he talked them into it, that he fucking kicked his ass, like.
Oh yeah.
Now, was there proof of that?
Yeah.
Well, what has come to light as of the time of this recording, that's why I was like, we have to have our second favorite conspiracy theorist over.
American.
Yeah, because the first one's Alex Jones. No, that
hashtag free Alex Jones.
Hashtag free Alex Jones.
Is that still a thing? Are we doing that?
One of what was it? Epstein's brothers, I think it was, hired a doctor to do an autopsy, and he went on Fox News and said that there's evidence homicide and not suicide because of the damage to the neck.
The way it was broken.
Yeah, and so that's where your theory comes into play. That
well, that's where mine falls apart a little bit. But if you're saying that there was some physical altercation, then the easiest thing for the guy to do to threaten him is to grab your sheets or whatever the fuck you're wearing, the fucking sleeve of your fucking shirt, and choke this guy out for a little bit and say, you might as well do this yourself or I'll come back and finish it. You know, some shit like that. It would be so easy at that point when this guy's fucking so broken down.
The problem with that theory is that the coroner, I think it was, the dude that did the autopsy for JFK, Martin Luther King.
Hey, don't tap the table.
Martin Luther King as well as the O.J. Simpson stuff. He did it for the Epstein and saying that all the damage to the neck looked like it was consistent with a murder. Like, you know, when you get strangled.
That the way that it
was broken.
But now, was it the way that it was broken or just the
way it was broken?
Damage around?
Yeah, it was damaged. Like there was like a fracture.
Like little fracture broken in the neck, or something
that indicated homicide. Like the bone you have on your neck, the fucking square one. The one that's above your Adam's apple.
Now I can very well fucking flip my own fucking script and say that I could very well be wrong, and the guy could have very well strangled him to death and just fucking decided, well, I'll just hang him up now and leave the cell and they'll fucking doctor the video if that ever gets out. But oh wait, we'll just get rid of the video altogether. Don't even worry about doctoring it. Yeah, so the guy's just gone. Yeah, so...
They had new guards or some guards.
But again, why are we discussing this? Why is this the focal point of the whole story? It's not the fucking point.
The point is
why was he in prison? Because he was about to come out with evidence against who?
Top 1,000 important people, powerful people that he had worked with or something?
Yeah, in
Prince
this
Abu
specific video, it was Prince Andrew. The reason why... Prince Andrew, he was like York of
Shire.
No, he was Dutch of York.
Okay, so it's
Prince Andrew.
Now was that had to do with the Virginia Roberts interview, right?
Yes, isn't
the one that they were talking about?
Yeah,
That's why they were saying that the royal family threatening ABC to not air that shit. And that's the theory as to why they squashed it for 3 years until they could no longer hold it back.
Yeah, because they were gonna withhold, because there's like a royal wedding and they had an interview with one of the princes or like another royal family member. Like if you air this, you can't get any access to anything.
Oh, that's right. There was a royal wedding at the time. You were mentioning that.
And then this was 3 years ago. Well, what was happening in America 3 years ago? It was 2016. You had the elections. So then why are they going to release a story that's going to sabotage the Clintons, put a former president in jail for pedophilia?
So what got everybody's mind off that? Grab him by the pussy?
Yeah.
Some more Donald Trump stories that just came out.
Yeah, when he started going more and more batshit on the fucking...
Well, they say they just twist it to make him seem batshit.
I mean, he did say grab him by the pussy. I mean,
who cares? Like, you know, it's
just in
recorded
general.
from 1970. You've never said anything stupid in your life, is what you're telling me?
And so, I mean, I try not to talk like that now at 30 years old.
I'm pretty sure you said something stupider than grab him by the pussy.
Look, dude, the guy's not socially adept in fucking... Like, he's used to guys club fucking mentality.
The dude was on WWE.
I'm not gonna allow people to justify the way he talks, because that's fucked up. Like, if he's fucking up the country, that's
But he's not.
a different topic altogether. I don't care. That's not what we're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
My only point is that this all got swept under the rug because he said grandma. You know, it was those kind of stories at the time.
And then mostly because fucking Donald Trump he apologized for it, and the very next day were the fucking debates, and he was like, yes, I said that, but what Bill Clinton did.
That's right.
Yeah, like that was worse because he acted on it.
Did they address that on the new South Park, didn't they? Where he's telling Randy, like, no, what you do is you deny, and then you attack, and then you bring up something they did. And he told him step by step exactly what Trump
does.
Make
yourself the victim.
And it's true. It's formulaic the way that Trump responds to everything.
But in a way, you have to respond like that to the type of media. They're playing dirty tricks, lying about you. Like they said, he's gonna be impeached since he got elected. Like, you know, they've been pulling bullcrap stories like, oh, this woman, this woman.
I want to stay away from those topics because they're so fucking
controversial.
They're just too fluid. You don't know what facts are actual facts. Well, like until the paperwork's out, when they finally drudge up the taxes and like once it basically.
But the taxes don't matter.
Like, none of it matters. But my point is, all of this is a smokescreen, dude. We're paying attention to all that. You know what? He pulled us out. What did he do? He pulled us out of Turkey, and then he fucking went and threw us back into fucking, what was it, northern Iraq or something. Yeah. So we didn't even fucking get out of anything. We just shifted fucking strategy. Yeah. He's fucking full of shit as much as any other fucking president is full of shit. As much as anybody is full of shit. Like, my point is, it's always been the same fucking agenda. The same agenda, the same forward momentum. You see the same exact pattern, the same. What are we talking about? Trump fucking having that stock pattern that he uses to defend himself. Well, the military has their stock pattern that they've been using against us this whole fucking time. They've been fucking using the president as a scapegoat to forward this money. And whenever the fucking people start to get wise to the fucking shit behind the smoke screen, they put up another big ass fucking retarded ass statement about what the fucking president's done this time. Yeah, or they put up or they say another fucking false victory out there in fucking Afghanistan. We got the biggest fucking terrorist. Like, well, great, we did that with Obama, with the fucking with Osama bin Laden and fucking George Bush last time when he had a fucking second term election too, and now we're doing it the same now, and it means just as much as it did then. Not a goddamn thing, because they'll just replace the fucking figurehead because they're just as stupid as we are by fucking inputting these fucking figureheads.
Regime changes.
But they're not regime change because it's still the same industrial complex movie.
Well, talking about us, but for them, like they'll kill ISIS, then a new one comes out. They kill that one, a new one comes out.
My point is, their terrorist organizations over there are working like the U.S. fucking military industrial complex.
I don't think the terrorism is ever going to go away.
Frank, what do you think here? You actually probably pay a lot more attention to this than me, and I've got way more to say about it. What's going on?
Yeah, well, what?
Oh, that AC turned off right when I fucking stopped talking to you. It's like, Frank, spotlight.
No, yeah.
Start sweating.
No, it's really bullshit. Like, I was saying, fucking, James O'Keefe, the fucking head of fucking Project was on Russia Today on RT saying that, you know, there's concrete evidence, or at least evidence, you know, to bring down this pedophilia ring, whatever, but they're covering it up, and one of those ways is that when Trump does something wrong, he farts wrong, and it's all over the news. Yeah. Like, oh, fucking look what Trump did, and
well, now it's not
even
the
news. Now news follows it.
Now all you gotta do is throw up enough Twitter posts and enough Instagram memes. Now it's just memes. You don't even need it, or like little fucking 10-second video clips of the most insane thing he said today. But then they don't fucking address the fucking entire speech that he gave about what the fuck's happening everywhere. You know,
his plan or whatever the fuck he's like. Anything important he has to say, excluded. Just shit.
Exclude all the actual information that he barely gets out of his fucking mouth in between all the fucking praising of himself and everything he's done. Like, in between all that bullshit, there's actual little kernels of fucking information. You know, when you hear on Instagram or Twitter, like, oh my god, the military's freaking out, like, is the military gonna freak out about what Trump said? Like, wait, are they gonna freak out about what did he say? Like, the Cheeto Bambino strikes again, like, what did he say? Like, and then there's another picture of him calling somebody a dumbass. Okay, but what did he say back then about that?
Yeah.
Like, they move on so quickly to the next thing so that it's immediately covered up. Like, but we said something, so we're not going to get in trouble 3 years from now because we fucking held it back. And like, no, we said it.
Or what they'll do,
which is what's happening.
False headline, or they'll mistake it or get it wrong, and then they'll come back with their traction like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, like fucking Rachel Mad Cow. Yeah, she brought out Trump. She tweeted about it, made a whole big deal about it, that she had Trump's taxes. Yeah. You know, and Fucking dumbass didn't even fucking look at the papers. She was just promoting it to get all the ratings, and then she's on live TV.
How does that happen? It's the same thing that the Elizabeth Warren chick did with her fucking Native American ancestry. Was it?
Oh, she's like 1,000 to 1,100.
Yeah, she was like less Native American than Joe Rogan is black. Apparently.
yeah, and then Rachel Maddow was when she got.
But that's a family name. Maybe her family deserves her respect.
And once she got into it on live TV, she was like, "Oh well, this isn't all of it. You know, there's more to it." And like, no, it's just the 2 papers. And then CNN covers for her, saying that it was the Russians, that the Russians gave Rachel Maddow those 2 sheets saying it's Trump's tax return.
That's so retarded.
But she didn't look at it. Like, where's the due diligence with these?
You're a journalist.
Yeah.
You're on a national scale. You should be able to do
some sort of
little research, background check.
Just a little bit of due diligence. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like we're fucking amateurs and we do our fucking research.
We try to at least, you know.
Yeah, we can only do so much because we're not investigative journalists.
Hey, but one thing I say, Alex.
But we also don't. We also just say like these are theories. This is just what I think. This isn't like.
Yeah.
We're an
oh my God! I know the fucking truth. This woman just came out saying the same thing I said fucking months ago. I know it's correct. Like, no, it's badass that it's fucking being shared as an opinion.
Correlate in some aspect.
Yeah, that somebody kind of thinks at least along the same avenue that I was fucking thinking. That's cool. But I'm not gonna say that justifies my fucking theory and proves without a shadow of a doubt that I'm wrong. Like, I immediately followed up with what? Like, nah, he could have fucking also killed him and fucking hung him up himself like a little fucking Christmas tree ornament and took off. Like, no evidence, no fucking foul play, you know? But, fuck, man. Epstein. What can you do? Jose?
What's up, Doge?
You antisocial social club hipster.
This is us right here. What are you talking about? You look at your little thingy over there. Looking all trendy.
Yeah, so Jerry, what has 4chan been saying about these 2 recent revelations?
Alright, so on 11/3, there's like several posts just talking about the bombing that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of down for that.
What bombing?
I didn't tell you the 11/3.
Yeah, last time I was here, I was saying that there was gonna be a
planned bombing by the government.
Yeah, like another black flag.
Yeah, and
on one of the games, it was the Seattle football game on
Sunday on the 3rd.
It completely fucking
nothing happened.
Went over my head, man. Because
I was waiting for it. I'll be honest. I was kind of like, ooh, am I right?
Well, I mean, if there's any sort of threat, they're gonna amp up security. It's gonna be.
Well, also they're saying that the more people, like, if a lot of people find out, like, they're just gonna cancel it because they want it to be like, you know, thought as like a terrorist done. They don't want to be thought as by the government, you know.
Of course.
The government doesn't want to be blamed for it. They want to switch blame on someone else.
Yeah.
So once you see speculation about your plan, you know, fuck, let's bail. And that's what I thought happened, basically.
Yeah, well, that's another way that they're brushing things under the rug. Like the useful idiot over there, God, what's his name? I forgot his name.
The useful idiot?
The useful idiot from Comedy Central.
All
what's
of
his name? Trevor Noah.
Oh, that dumb, yeah.
Yeah, he had the Clintons over, Hillary and Chelsea.
Oh,
and
goodness.
yeah, to brush it all under the rug, to laugh about it, he straight up asked her, so how did you kill Epstein? And they both laugh about it, and I'm like, this was not rehearsed, but Hillary had her had the questions brought up before her.
Yeah.
Because if you would have caught her off guard,
she would have been like, what?
She would have been pissed.
Yeah.
Like she always is.
But,
why aren't I 50 points ahead?
I don't know.
There's
too much speculation involved with that. Like, I don't want to talk about people's motives or people's fucking little grudges or little tricks and shit. I just want to talk about the information we got. So what do we know about what the fuck were they doing on the island? Let's reiterate that for people because some people might not know what.
Well, have you seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Dirty, no.
Dude, have you seen Eyes Wide Shut?
I've only seen like
the
bad
director
memes of like the porn versions.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty good. It's Tom Cruise and some white lady. And they're like married. Yeah, I forgot her name.
What were they doing on the island, man? I don't want a history lesson.
It was
like an orgy, sex ring, an orgy type deal. The director of the movie got assassinated like 4 months before or after.
Oh, that's it. So that was the director of the documentary they were doing on it?
I'm not sure. This happened like in 1999, 1997.
Oh wow, this goes back.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise, one of his earlier movies. They pretty much depicted like the Illuminati type stuff, and like the sex rings, the murder, the cover-ups. Like the trafficking of women and shit.
And you're saying the director of that movie died?
Got killed, I think it was 4 months after or before the movie came out. Like, he just got murked.
Huh.
Yeah, so there's that. And I'm pretty sure that's the type of stuff that was going on at the Epstein Island. Like, orgies.
Yeah, it sounds like a little bit
like,
of
hey,
art
like,
imitating
this prostitute
life.
wants to fuck. Like, hey, we got you a prostitute, she's ready to go. Bang her, like she's 18, I promise. They bang her, that bitch, she's 14. Got it all recorded, you know, like.
Oh, so you think that they did it? So you think it's possible that
it was like a blackmail.
It was a way to control the most powerful people.
1,000.
So you get them there thinking it's just a party island. Everybody's been vetted. Everybody's legal. It's all on the up and up. And then you get them there and you realize, oh shit, you got me on camera with this girl. Like, oh yeah, dude. And don't worry about your wife. I mean, shit. My wife already knows about my whores. And then you get them like, oh yeah, does she know that they're 14? Dun dun dun.
Yeah, and also there was a painting of Bill Clinton in
a dress. I saw that, but I thought that was just a joke. But
it was real.
But was
That's the weird thing.
I no.
Yeah, was it in jest or?
But my point is, it was a blue dress, which wasn't the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal in a blue dress. Like it could have just been like a prop kind of fucking.
Yeah, but even if my best friend, I wouldn't want a picture of them in a dress.
It depends. Like, man, if you're real good friends with a group of guys, like, it's not about who he is as an individual. Like, it's just a fucking joke, kind of fucking.
But I feel like that's a sexual joke leading to the type of relation that they had. Like,
it's a way to laugh at the situation.
But it's like,
you know, because that's how powerful they are. They can just throw money.
I mean,
and they can just laugh at it.
There are people that fucking hang out with each other, and they're the type of guys that fucking bang the same girl every other weekend. Like they're always tag teaming, and so like it's just like an inside joke. It was in his office. Like we all have stupid shit.
Like they'll all share one girl, just toss her around.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck knows what? I'd give fucking weird ass gifts to people if I had the money.
They're worse than rappers, dog. If you think about it. You know?
Rich people? What else are you gonna spend your money on if not stupid novelty gifts like that?
I mean, if you think about it, they have all the money. They don't really have to work much. All they have is just pleasure. You know, just fuck a couple broads, do some cocaine. You know, get my day started, go for Wall Street shit.
But who is controlling the island? So we know about the people. So we know about because there's no evidence as to where this guy got the money for an island, right? Like.
Yeah, nothing.
The fact that he got murked says that there's probably someone above him.
I mean, he did have a business. No, what was he
appointed him master of ceremonies.
But what was he doing again? Like, what was his?
He was just like an accountant or type. Like, he would just manage people's fortunes.
Yeah, there's only speculation of how he gained his fortune.
Nobody knows.
Well, I mean, if you're just managing...
If you're a pimp, dog, you're gonna make
it. If you're managing billionaires' money, you skim off the top and nobody can tell the difference because you're cut...
They bought him like a townhouse.
What's your cut? What's 10% of $5 billion?
Like
you
10 million.
Yeah, you get that from 5-6 clients of billionaires. Like, you're gonna have your own wealth, and if you're not as fucking... rambunctious spending it because all your fucking clients are buying you shit anyway and taking you out on this and that.
Well, I mean, you're blackmailing them for money. That helps out too.
Like, I'm just saying, like, if that's just the circles you ran in, you just got lucky to have fucking good friends that just didn't care about how much money they were paying them.
Oh, shit.
You know, I hook my friends up all the time if they fucking do me any sort of favor, like, let me buy you lunch. They're like, dude, I just fucking brought you, like, your mail from last weekend when you were out of town. Well, let me buy you dinner too. You know, it's just that some people are fucking generous with their fucking shit, man.
They're more generous than others. But it's because millionaires and billionaires have so much more to give.
That's another thing, that it's a misconception that money changes you. Money doesn't change you. It shows your true colors.
Yeah.
So that for these fucking rich assholes to be that's fucking...
But to be what?
Pedophiles.
So are we saying that they were pedophiles on purpose, or were they fucking...
I think by accident. I think half of them, I think it was like 50-50, like, yo, they know what's going on, and I was like, oh, fuck it, you know, like, they were willfully ignorant
Trump,
to the
Most
situation.
likely
Trump,
he's go jail bait.
I don't know at what point he said it, but in referencing it, I've been with Epstein, and I've gone. He likes the women as much as I do. He likes them a little young, but he's, you know, but
yeah,
kicked him out of
but that little addition of like he likes them a little young, it's very, very telling. Like it's a tiny detail that Trump let slip for a reason.
Most,
you know
like, he likes him 18, 19, like no, he likes him 12.
It's like almost him exonerating himself from the situation.
yeah, because again, the cover-up. It turns out in the Lolita Express logbook that he was logged in twice.
Who, Trump?
Yeah, Trump.
But I heard it was just for like personal, like to go somewhere, not to the island. Where the island, I think he went to the island, like, oh, you banged some
yeah, but you know
girls.
there's chicks on that plane. So Lolita Express.
You never know. Like,
if nothing else,
you can't,
there's a stewardess on board.
I mean, so what? Maybe the steward. Yeah, you never know. I'm just saying.
But
you
my
never
point,
know.
like I don't know, man.
Just because you rode on a plane, just because you got a trip, you're a powerful man. Like you might be wanting to, like, let me do this guy a favor. He might scratch my back eventually. You know.
Yeah, that girl, what was her name? Virginia something. She was the one that said, yeah, Trump was there at the island, but he was nothing but a gentleman.
So probably you're just looking like,
Virginia
yo, I'm gonna get
Roberts.
caught up on this
Yeah,
bullshit.
Virginia Roberts.
But that's kind of scary though. It makes you really think like our world leaders, our media, or anything that's all ran by pedophiles. Like, did you guys, you know, the creator of Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon?
Mm-hmm.
One of his first shows he pitched to Adult Swim was him like raping a baby.
Yeah, but it was a joke.
Dan Harmon. I mean, okay,
what?
Yeah, Dan Harmon made a thing about slipping pills to a
sketch.
baby and raping it at night, like sneaking through the window naked.
Well, how the fuck would he? Why would you even?
And he just showed him like actually like.
Well, what the?
Doll.
Yeah, like, it was a doll,
It was a doll,
but still, like, if you have a kid, or if you have, like, you know, if you're around babies, or, you know.
Why was this a pitch?
I don't know, it didn't
Because
make
he
it.
thought it was funny. He was talking about how it's humor, fucking, that's at a higher level than them.
But I feel like that's a pick at the class. Like, it's a higher class level. Like, you know, rich people think it's funny.
That's not a Comedy Central fucking.
It's
That's a
Adult
dark
Swim.
humor.
That was Adult
that's
Swim.
not even an adult. That's like.
That's pedophile shit.
There's a reason why it wasn't aired.
Yeah,
that's
y'all remember that newgrounds.com where you could find all those like really hardcore. No.
I remember it was a video game. I can find video games on there.
Yeah, there was a bunch of video
I just
games
played
on
the
there
games,
too.
not
There was a
those
bunch of like adult cartoons on there too, and some of them were like sexual, some of them were real violent. Like it's that kind of shit. Like
No, but this is just
that's
straight
not-
pedophile.
but that's what I'm saying. Like if you're expecting that type of entertainment where it's like above beyond, like you make
Raunchy
that.
ass and like.
You make that an
stuff.
NC-17 full-length feature that you put on, you know, pay-per-view or something. You
Yeah.
know, like there's a demographic and a place for
This
that.
is to be a 15-minute slot.
But even then, that goes into the legalities of, well, is pedophilia okay to show, or is child sex okay to show in a cartoon?
There's a conspiracy that they're pushing to make it a sexual preference. Like they're trying to.
Well, like
even the LGBT movement, some of them are like they show signs and pictures of them like siding with.
Yeah, they're saying love is love.
Like
well, because there was that one guy, I forget his name,
Like,
who was saying that he had a relationship with an older man when he was an underage young kid, when he was like 13. But you're like, oh, but I was the pursuer. I was the one.
Yeah,
who,
that's what they tell you.
And he got in trouble for that. Like, well, at that age, you don't know what you're doing, and it was on the adult to remove himself from that situation. So was it Peterson?
You can be manipulated into thinking that you're going after it. That's how young you are. You're so easily manipulated. Like,
and it could just be him. That's the way he was psychologically justifying the situation to himself and making it okay with it. And who's to say he wasn't? Like, but that's not every situation. That's not a common occurrence. Typically.
Well, like in Houston, they had there was this whole report like about the library having a tranny reading hour where they had transvestites from the community read to little kids.
Well, I don't know how we're getting at it.
It turns out that half of them were pedophiles. So it's just like fuck. Like,
see, that's the problem though. They're supposed to be registered. They're
no, they were pedophiles, like reading to 5-year-old kids.
Well, they're not supposed to be in those allowed in those situations. Is my point.
Registered sex offenders, they wouldn't have been allowed.
Well, they got in trouble for it.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's more on the locales.
The library.
Yeah, that's on the library.
Well, people did
not
get
do
arrested
background
and in trouble
checks.
for it.
Yeah, you gotta have background checks on who's going to.
Yeah, I responded to this
events.
one tweet from what's her name? Lauren Chen, she goes by now. That's her real name. An article about how transvestite that I was reading to children accidentally flashed the group of kids. And
how do you accidentally flash somebody?
That was my response. I'm like, accidentally would be my balls slipped out of my underwear. But going commando, then, knowing you're gonna read to a bunch of little kids,
and
is no accident.
Yeah, you do that shit on purpose.
Is transvestite still the proper nomenclature?
I just call them, dude, I don't know, I call them abominations. So
hey man, fuck off. Watch it.
Sexual.
Don't be stupid.
You know, because it's a gender now.
Transsexual?
Yeah, transsexual.
Well, that group of people has the highest rate of suicide. Most of them, 3/4 of them are detransitioning already. Like, it's a whole bunch of bad shit happening with
I didn't want to get on the subject, man. I'm cutting all this shit out anyway. I don't want to fucking talk about
that. It's uncomfortable.
It's just not something I've read up enough to feel like, if we're going to discuss something, I'd rather have enough No. Well, there's a difference between inappropriate and irresponsible. I feel like it's irresponsible to talk about something that I haven't educated myself on yet. Okay. Like, that's why I wanted to talk about this episode. We talked about doing this episode thing. Let's finish.
I feel like that is part of the topic.
But you know what? In the interlude, we'll do a little bit of research. Maybe we'll get back to it on the next episode. Yeah. Y'all down for another episode? Then let's do this. Alright, so this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. That was our fucking Epstein follow-up with Mr. Frank, myself, Tony, and the beautiful fucking...
Jose.
I need to speak.
Nah, just call me Jerry, dog.
Alright, Jerry Lee.
Jerry.
Lewis. Jerry Lewis.
Damn, married a 15-year-old cousin.
Great balls of fire.
Yeah, he married a 15-year-old cousin.
I thought it was funny.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
You came along, you moved.
Is that the rock star dude?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You changed my mind.
Things are different back then.
Isn't he from Texas? Yeah, I was from Texas.
There's like a bunch of Targaryens, goddamn.
Well, I can watch Game of Thrones.
He's not from Texas. The guy who played him was from Texas in Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Texas.
Whatever happened to Dennis Quaid?
He's in that movie Midway.
What's Midway?
Midway just came out. World War II.
Midway is about the Battle of
Pearl Harbor.
Where he gives... Oh, I was going to say, is that where he gives birth? But that's a midwife. Right?
Yeah.
Is it a Pearl Harbor movie?
Anyway, this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. You can find us at CI Podcast on Instagram, at Completely Inap on Twitter, at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, wherever the hell you can search. Type in Completely Inappropriate or Completely Inappropriate Podcast. You will find us. Jerry, do you got anything to say to people? Something that's not just completely ridiculous I may have to cut out?
Nah, I'm good.
Thank God. Frank, what are you going to say, my love?
Be excellent to each other.
Find your happy people. We love you. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
You wussy. You wussy. You wussy. Just go with that chat.
Órale.
Hashtag Free Alex Jones.
Free Alex Jones.
Bye.
Like birds. Free Alex Jones.
Bye.
Okay, bye.